Hi guys, I was tagged by Jolanda365 in the Stitch Fix tag. So I have a list of questions. Most of them start with what is your, and they involve the items from the Stitch Fix boxes I've gotten over the course for me from the past, I guess about 9 months I've been getting Stitch Fix. I do not have a list of all the proper names of the items on hand. I'm going to have to look that up from my old videos. I thought I had saved all my cards and lists, but I did not. So in the description bar below, I'm going to have a list of the names of the items I've picked for answering these questions. And I will link to Jolanda's video where she tagged me too, and you can see what she had in her box as well. And I'm also going to list the people I'm tagging below because I know I'm going to forget some names. There's a couple of people I'm going to tag. I think Jolanda and then a couple of people she tagged have already tagged other people, so I'm a little bit late to the party. All right, first, favorite Stitch Fix top. Now, my problem with any time I hear the word favorite is it changes from day to day. What is my favorite one day will not be my favorite the next day. But I would say, boy, this is really hard because in my last Stitch Fix box, I had 2 tops that I really liked. I actually had 3 tops I liked, but 2 tops I especially liked. And it's going to be a hard choice. I have them both sitting on my bed. That's what I keep looking over to. My bed is, the camera's not on my bed because there's also a pile of clean, unsorted, unfolded laundry in a heap on the bed, and the bed is kind of sort of made, but not completely. So we're not going to put the camera on the bed. But I'm looking at the items over there, and this is going to be hard to pick. I'm going to bring them both over, and then I'll tell you which one this moment today is my favorite. Okay, these are both from my last Stitch Fix box. This top, and you know, I actually might have the tag for this. I have a couple of my things over here. Let's see. Yeah, this is the latest one. All right. So this particular top is the Susy crochet detail blouse from Collective Concepts. Color on the camera always looks off. It looks a little more purpley than it is in real life. It has, if you look close, you see the little crochet detail and stitching over there. And yet it's not like see-through. You're not seeing my thumb behind it. It's laid over top of the fabric. What I love about this is it's petite sized, and I have narrow shoulders, and so getting a shirt that doesn't slide off my shoulder is a big plus. So I love that, and this is one of my favorite work shirts now. However, as far as favorite goes of all my tops right now, it's going to go to the other one I got in the same box, which is, this is the, it's a, I want to say funnel neck sweatshirt. This is the Evie drawstring funnel necked sweatshirt from Loveappella. And see if you can see it. It is a long sleeved, they're calling it a sweatshirt, but that's not the material. Let me hold it up close. I don't know what you call this kind of a knit. It's very light. I think I could wear this like at the beach in the summer. You could wear it, I mean, you could wear it like if you're on the boardwalk and it's just a little cool and you've been in the water, you want to throw something on top, you could put this on top. But it also, actually, I've put it on top over other shirts. It's still a little bit chilly here where I am in New Jersey, and it's surprisingly warm. But I don't think it's going to be hot in the summer. So this is my current favorite top. I am using it a lot. Your favorite dress. Now, I never had a Stitch Fix dress that I kept, so I can't answer this question. The next is never worn, new with tags. The closest thing I have to that situation is again from my very last Stitch Fix box, and it's the only thing I still have with tags on it. Never worn, it was tried on, and I'm going to save that for another question down the line. In fact, I'll just go to that next. I'll jump ahead in the questions. I'm going to go down to biggest regret. I don't really have regrets with my Stitch Fix. However, this particular item was actually supposed to be a return. This skirt, you know, this is going to be hard to do from this angle. Okay, this is a short little skirt. There's the tag still on it. And it is called the Sade New York Kayline A-line skirt. I like A-line skirts. This just did not fit me. It was too short for me. This isn't a petite, which normally I would want, but I like skirts to hit knee or lower. I thought I might challenge myself and try something. This hits me about 2 inches above the knee, 1 to 2 inches. It's not like, it's not inappropriate or anything, but it's, I wasn't completely comfortable in it, but it fit a little too snug. From my belly button down, I have a rubber tire, and it was a little snug on there. So what I decided to do is I decided to size up from a large to an extra large, thinking I could wear it lower, and that would drop it down to my knee and also fit around my fat little rubber tire. But it didn't. It was just too big in the waist. So the extra large was too big, and the large was just too snug around the rubber tire, even though it fit on my waist. And I just didn't act to return it fast enough. So all-time favorite item. This was really, I mean, I like almost everything I got. There are certain things, because I've continued weight loss, that I've had. I had a couple of tops I had to pass on. But they didn't come into the all-time favorite category anyway. I'm torn between two items, and I've decided to put the other one in another category. So this one wins the all-time favorite, although honestly they both are for different reasons. This is the Martina Slub Knit Cardigan. Let me see if I can show you this. This cardigan, it has a shawl neck. That's a bad shot. A shawl neck, but the neckline comes down, folds over, and becomes a pocket. This cardigan comes in, I know it comes in black, and it comes in this sort of maroon, burgundy, whatever you want to call it, color. It's fantastic. It's light, it's thin, but it does the job of an inside cardigan. I work in a classroom, so it's always helpful to have a cardigan. If you work in a classroom, you know that the temperature can, if the air conditioner's on or the heat's on, it fluctuates. So you want to wear like short sleeves and then a cardigan on top. This thing is fantastic. It washes up so nicely. I've had this one, I think, since September. It has been worn a lot. It's been washed a lot, and it's held up really, really well, and I absolutely love it. I've gotten so much use out of it. I guess you could call it most used, although my other favorite falls into the most used category, and that'll be coming up in a minute. But Martina Slub Knit Cardigan, it is not expensive, and if you get a chance to get it from Stitch Fix in any of the colors, I know it comes in this, as I said, it comes in black, which is not my favorite color. I know I'm wearing a black and white shirt right now. I always say I don't like black, and then I end up wearing it. I like it so much I actually might request one in the black. I hope this will come out in other colors, because I would want it in many different colors. It is so useful. Anyway, next question. Next question is favorite accessory. My favorite accessory, I've gotten a couple of different accessories. I haven't gotten any jewelry from Stitch Fix, but I'm not a big jewelry wearer. I'd probably try it if they sent it, but I'm not a big fan of jewelry. But I have received purses. I've kept one purse that I liked, and I've received scarves fairly recently. And I have gotten a lot of use out of the scarves. But my favorite accessory is one of the scarves, and it's this one. This absolutely gorgeous thing. This was a contender for all-time favorite too. All right, look at the color and pattern on that thing, and this is my favorite part. Because I'm still Stitch Fix, I never wore scarves because I can't figure out how to tie them. This is an infinity scarf, which means anyone can tie it. If you can loop something, you can wear it. I know you can do more with this than this, but I love it. I love the color. And one thing I found myself doing with this, I'm looking in the, because I'm looking in the viewfinder, I'm going to have trouble with this. Okay, let me do it this way. When I was out walking, when I was visiting my daughter, it was very misty, and I had this on with my coat, and I just pulled this up over my head in the mist. And then when, you know, the misty rain stopped, I just pulled it back down again. I mean, not only do I think this looks nice, I found it very useful just to pull over my head when I needed to. I love this scarf. I love it. It is my favorite accessory. Favorite bottoms. I got a pair of joggers in a recent fix that I really loved, and that was going to be the answer to this category. And then I thought about the item I said I might have put my favorite all-time item, and I'm going to count it as a bottom because you know what? Shoes go on the bottom. So this is actually shoes. Could have counted as accessories, I guess. I don't know, are shoes accessories? Or it could have counted as all-time favorite item. But now this is going to look gross because these shoes have been through the wars. Look how beat up this thing is since I got it. I wear these constantly. The big black spot on there is because these are made of suede and I got something on it, so I tried to clean it off with regular spray cleaner just to get it wiped off, and that made a big black spot on my beautiful golden Band-Aid shoes. These are Seavees Baja sneakers. They're starting to come apart a little bit. I only got them in, I think, September. But I've worn them all the time. And I call these my miracle shoes. I have a neuroma in my foot. I have not been able to walk a distance. I have a handicap placard on my car. The neuroma, the thing is it can act up and then it can not be so bad. So but things like going to the mall and walking around more than a short distance, I had to rent a wheelchair. That's how bad it was. I tried orthotics. I've had all kinds of injections in my feet. I've tried all different kinds of shoes. I've gotten like high quality sneakers and all these things the doctor said I should have. So I get this. I asked my stylist for some comfortable cushioned shoes, and he sends me these Seavees. The other one's not quite as bad, all right? But they're both pretty beat. I can walk. I can walk wearing these. I don't know what's so special about them. They have a lot of room in the toe box, which helps because the neuroma in the nerve is thickened. So if my foot spreads out, it's a little better. But I've tried all kinds of shoes. I can walk in these, my miracle shoes. I can't say enough about this. If there was one item in all my Stitch Fix boxes, if I could only have one to keep, it would be these beat up things. I asked for another pair, but they didn't have any more in stock, so I went out and hunted them. I don't have them down here. I got a pair from ModCloth in maroon, and I got a pair from Zappos in blue, the same shoe. I think the different colors have a slightly different cut. I can wear them all, and I can walk in them all, but this battered yellow pair is the best of the lot. And I am grateful that my stylist sent me these shoes. I could gush about that for 10 hours, but you don't know what it's like unless you also have an issue with being able to walk. To be able to walk, to not have to run a wheelchair. I mean, I felt like Jesus came down and said, pick up your mat and walk, you know, and I could get up. Yeah, so if I had to choose between this and those, I'd pick those, but I'm going to count them as favorite bottom because I wanted to put this in the list too. So those shoes are my favorite bottoms. All right, let's move on. Favorite stylist? Well, that, gosh darn it, goes right with those favorite shoes. Who sent me these? MITCH. My first two boxes, first two or three, I had different stylists for each one, and I wasn't impressed. Nobody was getting me. Now, I watched Desiree, Seaweed Starfish. I watched her videos, and I noticed her stylist, named Mitch, really listened to her. And he really impressed me. One note he sent her, she's a interpreter for the deaf, sign language. And he included something in the note that only someone who knew sign language would know, which means either he knows it or he did his homework and watched her videos and knew she did that. And I said, that is really impressive. So I emailed Stitch Fix and I asked for that stylist. And apparently they have a number of people named Mitch working as a stylist. So I said, well, I saw this video on YouTube, and this lady has a stylist named Mitch. They said, link us to her videos. So I did. And they contacted me and said, we have the same Mitch for you. I'm still not sure it is the same Mitch, but whatever Mitch it is, it's Mitch is fantastic. Every box since I got Mitch, I've had at least one thing out of him, and I've had a couple of 5 for 5s. Not only does he listen, he really tries to find something that suits you. And I know the stylists have a limited amount of time per customer to find something. So he must be doing some of this on his own time. And I'm really impressed. I can't say enough good things about Mitch. And I think Desiree feels the same way too. So we are lucky to have him. That's all the questions here. I have a couple of people I'm going to tag, and what I didn't do on my little paper when I wrote down the questions is I forgot to write down the correct names, YouTube names of the people I'm going to tag. So I'm going to put you guys below, and I also will just put a general tag out for anyone that wants to do this tag. And the questions are, what is your favorite top, favorite dress, never worn new with tags, biggest regret, all-time favorite item, favorite accessory, favorite bottom, and favorite stylist. So go for it. And those are my favorites, but I have like, gosh, I'm looking at the other things I pulled out on my bed. So many things could have been in those categories, so it's all good. All right, anything I forget to say here, I don't know what I could have forgotten, I'll put in the description bar below. And I'll see you next time.